Hello lovelies, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, thank you so much for clicking on this video, and if you are returning, thank you so much for coming back and spending some of your time with me. Please take a moment to like and possibly subscribe to my channel. It would be greatly appreciated. And what we're going to do today is talk about my prayer plant / calathea collection. So if that is something that you would like to see, please stick around. So if you are like me at all, I seem to have some success with prayer plants and absolute losses with calatheas. So if you are at all like me, I have success with the Maranta family, and I have complete and utter failures and losses with the Calathea family. But they are all parts of what's classified as the prayer plant family. So that just means that they are moving plants. They close up at night, they open in the morning. Simple, easy breezy, right? Well, their care might not exactly be easy breezy, which is what I realized in me taking care of them. So what I'm going to do is I am going to go through the ones that I have. You're going to see some that are horrifying. Well, they're horrifying to me anyway. If you know how they work, then it might be easily explainable and understandable, but for me, it kind of makes me laugh, actually. Quite a lot. I do love my Marantas. I love Calatheas, but I can't grow them. And you'll see why. Or not why, but you'll see the result of me owning them and what happens. So what I would like to start off with is I've kind of got them everywhere, a little bit around me. So let's pick one that looks good. Okay, so right here, I have, if I could grab it, my lemon lime Maranta. I haven't had this one very long, a few months. I'm pretty sure that I got it in the fall. And as you can see, they're pinned open right now because it's daylight. It's a cloudy day, but I've got grow lights and everything, so they're pretty happy. The one thing that I did learn about owning prayer plants is that if they're ever pinned open like this and they won't close, look for pests. If a Maranta has a pest, the leaves won't close. So that was a first sign. And when I show you one of them, you'll see how I came to, well, not how I came to this, I don't even know what I'm saying. You'll see when I get to it. Anyway, I love this one. It took me a while. They weren't easy to find here in the Lower Mainland. So I actually had to get this one from Ontario. And the leaves are a little small right now. I know that it's not still acclimating because it has given me 3, 4, 5 new leaves since I got it. But it was still having some trouble and took a little getting used to its surroundings. Anyway, this is my lemon lime Maranta, and this is probably my favorite leaf just because of the dark green and everything in there, and just the sheer size of it. There's that guy. Now, with the lemon lime, as I've shown you, we also have the red Maranta. This one I got just recently, I believe it was last month, from a company called Plant Some here in the Vancouver area. And I had one of these for years and years and years. It was named it red. It was one of my favorite plants, and all I did was live for this plant. It didn't take It didn't need a lot of light, which was great. I mean, it still got a significant amount of light, mostly from a western window, but it didn't actually need that light. But having it created this big, beautiful, bushy plant that I love. So as you can see with this one, again, it's all open. It's a little bit closer to the grow light. The lemon lime is on my third shelf down, and this one is also on the third shelf, but it's closer to the back, and for some reason a little bit more light gets through that back side. So this is my red Maranta. Now, with that guy, we get to the one that I was talking about, and its big and beautiful lushness that it is now. Right? No. This plant was huge. It gave me all sorts of happiness and everything every time I looked at it. And then it slowly, this fall, and we hadn't even hit winter yet, this fall completely just died. But is it? Now the thing about Marantas and Calatheas, and I'm sure all the other prayer plants, is that a lot of times they will go dormant. So for this plant here, this is the first time, and it could be absolutely dead, I don't know, but this is the first time that it's ever died back to this degree. I do have another one that I'll show you, but I'm hoping that this one comes back because it was one of my favorite plants. I will try to insert photos of what it looked like before this happened. But yeah, I'm praying. I got all my fingers and toes crossed that one's going to come back. Okay, so with that being said, probably said that once already. Don't know. We'll see. This is the oldest Maranta that I've had in my care. I've had this one, I don't even remember when I got this one. But this is the only one that I own that dies back every year. And already, since I put in the grow light, because I've only had the grow light maybe a month, it's starting to come back. It's got that point there, and I'm not sure if you can see this one, but there's a little point in there that's also coming back. These as well, there was I think one leaf, this one here that is now died off, that was still there through the whole thing. But I'm so used to this one dying off every year. This one here belongs to one of my daughters. She brought it to me because she thought it was dying. It is absolutely not. But this plant was a baby from the previous one that I showed you. I put it in a 4-inch pot. I rooted a couple pieces, put it in a 4-inch pot, gave it to her about a year ago. And this is what has happened with this guy for her. And I am so impressed that when she brought it in and I saw it, I couldn't even believe it was the same plant that I gave her, because she only owns 4. But I am super happy and excited, and I really hope that it does okay here while I'm taking care of it, because she's moved and she doesn't have a place for it right now. So it just goes to show, right, that this one, my mother plant, I've taken cuttings off of it before, and just to see the growth on this one, it makes me so extremely happy. Okay. This one I looked for and looked for and looked for. I found an Etsy seller here in Vancouver that had this plant, this Maranta. And the cool thing is that after I messaged her and I sent the payment and everything for the plant, I got this one and one for a friend. It turned out that she lives in the same town that I'm in, just on the other side of the highway. So she ended up dropping it off for me. But I do have to say that we've had some struggles. We have. This is my variegated Maranta, and I love this plant. When I got it, I was so extremely happy, and I don't know what's going on with it now. I have no idea. It's something I'm gonna have to look into. I'm not seeing any growth. This leaf grew in a while back, and I don't know what is going on with it now. I thought it might have been being attacked by thrips at one point, but I can't find any on it anywhere. But I really want this one to be healthy and grow, because I looked for it so hard and found it. She brought it to me. It was in much better condition. That was probably July or August. And I'm learning that acclimation is sometimes a really terrible thing. So this is actually one of the reasons why I got the grow light. Because my plant room has an east-facing window, so it really only gets morning light. And I wanted them to have something more substantial, and there's nowhere else on the west side of the house where most of the plants love being that I could put it. Okay, I think we are done with all of the Marantas. Yes. Now is where we head to the Calatheas. Now I'm just going to say that these two Calatheas that I have, I only have two because two have survived. These two Calatheas that I have were both gifted to me from my other daughter, the one that worked in the garden center. So I've bought medallions, I bought other kinds of Calatheas, and I learned with my medallion that pretty much just they need to die completely, and then come back. So she, thinking this would be an easy one for me to have, brought me a rattlesnake Calathea. This plant was so much more, so very much more. It had big, beautiful, lush leaves. It was just, yeah. So since I've been in the process of moving my plants around to a better situation, mostly here in this room, I mean, this was in an area that had very low humidity and very little light, but most of you know that, plants that do usually have a red back don't need as much light as others. But I feel like this one might have been, I don't know. I just don't know. It's just a thing. It's a thing with me. There's some plants that I can have that thrive with me, and others that just trash. I do like this plant. I'm not overly in love with it, but I do like it, and since it was a gift, I will keep trying. I mean, it does have like a bunch of new leaves that are coming through here. They're all really small, but maybe if I cut it back, it might work. I'm trying to get their watering down, because I know that with Marantas, they do like to be kept a little bit more on the moist side. Oh, side note, I do have to say, okay, these pots, don't ever buy them. I think that they are the T4U self-watering pots. I got them from Amazon. They would actually be really good. They were really good with something I had in Leca. And then I went to move it back to soil and it died. But I do think though that if you had a plant in leca in it, it might be better than what this is now. So these I don't recommend these pots ever, which is odd because I do have my Monstera Pinnata Partita in one, which I should probably change at some point, but it seems to be okay so far. And I completely digressed. My last Calathea, and I think that she bought it for me because it's so very close to her name. Oh look, it's another one of those pots. This is the Calathea zebrina, which was a nice lush plant. So lush. Like, look, you see that little leaf right there? Okay? There were so many of them that were, it was lush. It's not lush anymore. Hopefully, and because this is also a gift, and I am seeing a bit of mold. Well, not mold, but you know that the yellow sulfur spory type stuff or whatever that you get on your soil sometimes? That is what I'm seeing. And I honestly think it's because of this damn pot. Stupid pot. Worst mistake ever. But yeah, this one, it's actually got a new leaf as well that is coming in there, so I've actually got really high hopes for it. This room I do keep more humid. There is airflow and everything going through it, so I'm sincerely hoping that this one makes it. Actually feels kind of heavy. So I just wanted to give you a quick rundown of the hits and misses when it comes to my Marantas and my prayer plants. Marantas I'm okay with. Prayer plants, or not prayer plants, Marantas I'm okay with. Calatheas, not so much. I do have a video coming though where I am trying to grow Calathea Roseo-Picta Dotties from seed. So you're gonna have to stay tuned for that. A friend gave me the seeds and I've been trying to grow them and I've had a lot of trouble. But I'm gonna keep working on it and hopefully I'll have something good to show you. So with that being said, my lovelies, my plant people, my plant family, I'm going to say, I hope you are all safe and well. And as I said in the beginning of the video, please like or consider subscribing, leave any comments down below, and I will get back to you. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.